Hello, 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 everyone. It's your girl, Queen Koni from Sound Mind and Body Wellness. I am here today with the start of a series that I am just now beginning called Self-Care is Self-Liberation. Hello, hello, hello to everybody hopping on. Okay, my queens are ready for this conversation. I'm so excited. So I am starting this new series because it is so important, right? It is so important for us to understand what self-care actually is, what it entails, the entire experience from front to back and everything in between. And so the objective of this series is to basically just share my personal life experiences to self-liberation through self-care, because let's face it, we are all in this together. None of us are alone. Community is so important, especially when it comes to being on a journey, okay, and doing something different. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is, and I didn't even do an intro. I didn't even really do an intro because I'm just assuming that you guys know me. If you don't know me, you guys, I am the creator of Sound Mind and Body Wellness. I own a wellness center out in the Tampa Bay area, and I basically teach people self-care in ways that they can easily identify with and also easily implement. One of the most popular ways we do that is by Therapeutic touch, also known as Bodywork, okay? Love, 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 love Bodywork. If you are in the area, please stop by, book an appointment, show your girl some love, okay? All right. I also have my notes with me, guys, because your girl likes to talk, and I want to keep myself on track. I'm not going to hold y'all too long, but I have some really, really juicy things to get into. All right. So a paradigm shift, okay? This is how I'm kicking off this series. There's a paradigm shift that we are all a part of, right? But it's coming to a cease. And this paradigm says you come last, right? And that selfish is a sin. However, in my experience, I am not the best of service if my cup is on E, right? So this paradigm is coming to a cease because we are all starting to wake up. We are all starting to become more aware of ourselves, right? We are all starting to implement new things that's in support of our wellness, in support of our spirit, in support of us, right? Hi, Becky. Thank you so much for joining, girl. I miss you. And so this paradigm that says, put yourself last, put everybody else in front of you, or just be of service as soon as you wake up in the morning, that paradigm is coming to a cease, okay? So my mission statement, I tell this to almost every single client. I say this to myself every single day. Being of service from the most sustainable aspects of self does the world justice. When we put ourselves at the forefront of nourishment, we are able to be of service from the overflow. Make your life a priority. Honey, I am going to be a much better Koni if my cup is full, okay? Because I want to be of service from my overflow, the extra, right? And so, what is self-care, right? And how do we get there? So let's start off with the actual word self-care. Let's break it up. We have self, all right? That insinuates you, the actual person, right? And then you have care, which to me is the action, the aligned action in support of overall wellness, okay? So when you put self-care together, to me that is the manifestation, right? That's the obvious of what's going on for overall wellness. Self-care is not just getting your nails done, okay? Self-care is not just a manicure, a facial, spending money on a new bag. That is not all that self-care really is, right? Self-care is so much more deeper than the superficial materialistic things that we all get caught up in between, okay? Self-care is consistency. Self-care is self-commitment. Self-care is discipline, right? Self-care is every single thing that is in support of the very best you, right? And doing those things in support of that outcome every single day. No breaks, no days off, no weekend time, none of the above, right? So let me look at my notes and make sure I'm on track. So let me give you an example, right? So if self-care is the manifestation of overall wellness, right, you could then look at a personal trainer, right, and be able to tell that, oh yeah, you may do this for a living. Like, you may actually work out because you have muscles. Like, you look like you work out, right, if you're telling me you're a personal trainer. So self-care is the same way. Like, I can look at you, I can look at someone, and I could tell if they are implementing or embodying self-care based off of how they express themselves, right? I hope this is making sense. If this is making sense to you guys, drop a 1 in the comments so I can see. Becky says, I miss you more. Girl, yes, we have to get up one of these days for sure. And if you ladies have any input on like what you do for self-care, please drop it in the comments so that we can share it with each other, okay? So yes. So in all honesty, when it comes to self-care, like I said before, so much is required, okay? So the next question I want to ask is, or not the next question I want to ask, but when it comes to starting your journey of self-care, right? When it comes to bringing that awareness into your reality so that you can implement it or embody it, like, what questions can you ask yourself? One question is, what is going on right now in your life? What can insinuate self-care is necessary, or like self-care is required, right? This is something that we can ask ourselves. What insinuates self-care is necessary and or required? I'm going to give you a couple of examples from experience, all right, that you know, in my timeline it was just like, I need some self-care. Like, I'm obviously, like, I'm on E, I'm depleted. So some examples of what can insinuate self-care is necessary is like your personal or your physical health, right? Like, how you're doing physically is a big indicator if self-care is required or necessary. Another example is your life balance wheel. Where are you on every aspect of your life, right? Like, how are you on a scale from 1 to 10 in every single aspect of your life, from business, financial, spiritual, physical, you know, your love life, every single thing. Where do you stand, right? Hygiene. If you're swallowed up in your thoughts, stuck in your head a lot of your, like, majority of your day, if you're stuck up here, that can be a red flag for self-care, right? Or if you have dry skin, and this is the most popular, I feel, automatic negative thoughts on repeat. If you are stuck in dialogue with yourself and that dialogue is filled with negative thoughts and things that do not make you feel good, or things that keep you feeling low, that is an indication that self-care is necessary and or required, okay? So for me personally, I realized that back in 2018, my self-care was literally on E. Like, I was completely depleted from the choices that I'd made, you know, the choices that I had made. And so because of the choices I made, because of all of my unhealthy habits, okay, and my limiting beliefs, I had created outcomes filled with, like, my hair falling out, my scalp being, and my skin being very malnourished. I lost so much weight. I was like 118 pounds, okay? My eating habits was out the window. Everything was completely and utterly upside down, right? And self-care was nowhere in existence, unfortunately. And like many of us, I found myself living a lie, basically. I was showing up as if I was okay. I was showing up still pretty. I was showing up still smiling. I was showing up in all these ways, and behind closed doors, I was completely miserable. And just keep it real, I was not happy. And this is way before COVID, okay? Way before COVID. Life was just completely turned around and nobody knew this. A lot of us go through this, a lot of us right now are experiencing the same thing. Like, behind closed doors, there's a whole nother reality going on than what you are showing up as, right? And it's usually because there's a lack of self-care. There's a lack of self-care. How many of us wake up in the morning to only be of service as soon as you open your eyes? As soon as you get up, you're on your phone. As soon as you get up, you're checking emails, you're on Instagram. As soon as you get up, you're tending to the kids, you're tending to your husband, your partner. As soon as you get up, you're being of service. You're actually, you haven't even thanked yourself. You haven't even thanked God, higher source, whatever you want to call it. You have not even acknowledged, yourself. You have not done anything except be of service. How many of us are guilty of this old paradigm? I'm guilty. I was guilty. Okay, I was guilty. I'm no longer guilty of that because I made the choice to change, okay? Because it wasn't working for me no more. It wasn't working for me no more. And so I am going to share with you guys a really, really simple technique that you can implement to enhance or start your journey of self-care. It's a lot of us, becoming aware of this term. A lot of us use it all the time. A lot of us are hearing it on social media, just, in conversations. Self-care seems to be a hot topic. However, I feel like there's a lack of understanding when it comes to what it actually is and what it entails, like everything fully. So I'm gonna share with you guys a really, really easy technique to help, like I said, enhance or start, catapult your journey to self-care. This technique is called the AAOC, okay? The first A stands for awareness. The second A stands for acknowledgement. The O is for observation. And then we have C for choice. I love this technique because I love alchemy, all right? We all have the ability to play in alchemy, okay? And all alchemy is just being able to make a change very quickly, okay, without a lot of external outsourcing. And so with this technique that I'm going to share with you guys, you are going to be able to become aware, right, of yourself and your surroundings. You're going to be able to acknowledge yourself in the current experience. You're going to be able to observe yourself from a higher view, and then you're going to be able to make a choice to move forward, right? So when it comes to self-care, because like I said, this old paradigm of you coming last is coming to a cease, is dead. For that, is over, right? The awareness piece comes in when you ask yourself, like, what is going on right now? Like, what is in support of me? Not what is in support, but like what insinuates that self-care is required or necessary. You want to look into that question, okay? Pay attention to yourself and your surroundings, okay? Become aware of yourself. Become powerfully present, okay? A lot of us like to multitask. I'm guilty of that too. Be thinking of 100,000 things at once. Be doing so many things at once, So start to dial it in and start to just really think about yourself and your surroundings and where you are currently as far as like how you feel and your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, all those states, right? So then after you become aware that self-care is required or necessary, right? The next thing is acknowledgement. You want to acknowledge yourself in that experience of the lack of self-care, right? So what are you not doing? What are the things that you feel intuitively to do that's in support of your self-care that you just haven't done, right? What are those things? Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge the unhealthy bad habits, okay, that we are continuously doing. Like, just call yourself out. It's okay, right? So how do we know when self-care has been implemented? Because a lot of us are on this journey alone. So you don't have any community. You don't have anybody to, hold you accountable or even to acknowledge the small wins. All you have is you, boo, right? So how do we know when self-care has been implemented? One of the ways that you will know is through external acknowledgement from people, places, things. The response from the universe, from the world, will be different to you with self-care as opposed to no self-care, okay? So like, again, I always use myself as an example because I can only teach from where I came from. Like, all of this is for me anyway. Like, I'm talking to myself because I myself am on the journey. I'm the friend, okay? So using myself as an example, when my self-care was on E, the response from the universe or from the world, like the response from the universe that I was getting was filled with, it was more of a reaction. So I felt as if I was disrespected all the time. I was experiencing things filled with disrespect, okay? I was experiencing outcomes filled with like anger, depression, fatigue, tired, sad, lonely. Like, I felt all of these lower vibrational emotions and frequencies. Like, I felt them a lot when I did not have self-care, when I was not embodying the experience of self-care. That's what I went through, okay? So now that I have self-care, now that I am self-care, right, my experiences are filled with the total opposite. Like bliss, happiness, understanding, emotional intelligence, right? Stability, clarity, confidence, right? Consistency, discipline. So all of these higher vibrational feelings and emotions and frequencies is what I experience now having self-care, right? And like, my nails and my toes need to get done right now. I have not had a pedicure in like, I don't know how long. However, my mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic, states of being are all great, right? Like, some of you may know, like, my father just transitioned from this earthly realm, right? He is no longer here physically, and I was very close to my father, and like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I'm able to show back up again, and everything that I had going, I'm able to be of service, because this is the overflow. That's what the overflow part means, right? The overflow of your cup is the extra. Like, I'm not being of service from my from like inside of my cup, right? I'm being of service from the overflow, the extra. And the only way for me to have extra in my cup is if I'm consistently pouring into it, right? Consistently pouring into my cup. And that is what self-care is to me. If this is making sense to you guys, can y'all leave me a 1 in the comments? I want to see if this, if it resonates. Like, I want these conversations to be engaging, okay? And if you have any tips on self-care and what you do, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments, okay? So we got the acknowledgement piece, right? So how do you start implementing your self-care, right? Because I already told you, how do you know when self-care is implemented? I already gave you that. You will know with the response of the world and the universe, right? But how do I start self-care? Like, how do I start implementing? What is stuff? Like, I'm still even just like grasping what it is, right? Like, if you're in that space, it's simple. It's so simple. You implement self-care by doing the thing you felt to do yet never did. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I read it right. Right? And I'm gonna give you an example. Right, Becky says 1. Awesome. So by doing the thing you intuitively feel to do yet you never do is how you start your journey, or how you enhance your self-care. So example, y'all ever get those random feelings of like going to the park and sitting under a tree, as crazy as it may sound, because you have so many things going on in your day, right? Those random yet strong, intuitive, meaning you feel it in your body, it resonates with you, it's something that you really, really feel, you can feel it, you really feel that is in support of your well-being. Those things right there that you feel to do yet you never do is what I'm talking about. You implement those things, and that's how you start your journey or enhance your self-care, but just following what feels best. It sounds so simple with me saying it out loud. It sounds so simple, yet it's so hard, right? It seems like it's so hard. And the hardest part, I feel, is just doing the thing. Like, literally, just doing the thing is the hardest part, because once you do it, it's like a whole nother world opens up, a whole entire new reality is being created once you do the thing. You get immediate results. Yes. So that was the acknowledgement piece. Let me move on. Next we have observation, which is the O. Remember, we're doing the AAOC. So the first A is awareness, right? Become aware that self-care is required or necessary, right? And then you want to acknowledge yourself in that experience, in your current experience of self-care. If you are not implementing self-care, why? Right? And what are the things you need to do to implement it? You already know what they are, right? That's the acknowledgement piece. And then you have the observation piece. Now you are in a position to observe yourself, your day-to-day movements, okay? Let me get something to drink. Y'all, shout out to Koko Me Crazy. Get a sip. Oh my God. So good. You guys, we just launched this beautiful, amazing drink, as I like to call it. It is a antioxidant infused water. It is alkaline water infused with fresh pineapples, mandarins, honey, limes, fresh ginger, and turmeric, a whole bunch of love to promote homeostasis within your mind, your body, and your spirit. Pre-orders are now available. I'm so excited for this because this drink has literally been in the works for over a year. And so with the expansion of everything, we just launched it this weekend, and it was a complete and utter hit. Yay! Okay, so going back. So now you are in a position to observe yourself day to day, right? So how are you when you wake up, right? How are you in the afternoon? How are you in the evening? Like, what does your day look like? Start to observe yourself from a higher perspective, meaning take your emotions out of it, right? Just observe yourself as a person from a third person view. Observe your surroundings, everything that's going on, and really just start to lay out the facts, right? Like, yo, I'm not happy. I'm waking up late every morning, knowing I gotta wake up early. I'm waking up late. I'm going to bed late. I'm eating late. I feel horrible. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm running around with my head cut off. You know, I'm working 40, 50 hours a week. You know, I want you to observe yourself like that. Like, call out the facts. Like, you know, how are you being stimulated amongst your five senses, right? Like, what are the things that you're seeing, you're looking at? What are the things that you smell, right? Your environment. What are the things that you're eating, that you taste? What are the things that you hear? What do you feel, right? So how are you being stimulated is really what I mean by this. When I say observe yourself from an aerial view, how are you being stimulated? And if you are being stimulated in a way that insinuates there is no self-care, then boom, you have the answers. Okay, you have everything you need to make a change and to perform alchemy, right? And so this brings us into the last part of the technique, the formula, which is C, for choice. So after you observe yourself, right, you're going to be put in a position to make a choice. Now you have to make a decision on how you want to move forward. This is the beautiful part, because now you have everything laid out on the table. You are now aware that you need to be better, right? You need to start drinking some more water, or you need to start reading a book, or you need to start practicing deep breaths. Like, you are aware of that now, right? You've acknowledged that, you know, you aren't doing what you're supposed to do. You're not drinking water. You've acknowledged the fact that you go to bed late. You've acknowledged the fact that, you know, you're miserable, you're unhappy. You know, you've done those things, and then you've observed your day from that, right? So now you're in a position to make a choice to move forward. And this is where you ask yourself, you know, what can I do right now, right? What can I do right now that's in support of my self-care? And whatever that thing is, or those things are, you get them out, you write them out, and you do it, right? But you do it with intention. So you have to make a commitment to yourself. I lived so many years committed to so many things outside of myself, and I was looking crazy. And I felt crazy, and I know I'm not the only one, you know. So if you can make a commitment to a 9 to 5, if you can be committed to anything outside of yourself, you can be committed to yourself. Like, what happens when we give the same commitment that we give externally to ourselves? What happens? What type of outcomes are created when we put into ourselves that same 110% that you waking up to go to work for? Right? So the moment that I myself started to put my energy back into me with my self-care is when my life changed completely. You know, like completely and utterly. Like, y'all, I'm so transparent. Like, I know I show so much more on my personal IG, but I am going to show up on here more because this is my creation, Sound Mind and Body Wellness, and I really want to I want to be transparent with you guys as far as like what embodying self-care actually looks like. Right? Like, I wake up every single morning, and I'm not saying this to brag or anything, or to none of that. None of it. I'm saying it so that you can know that you can do it too. Like, this is what I'm doing. If it resonates with you and if you can do it too, try it. You know? Give it a shot. See what happens. Right? You owe yourself that much. You owe yourself that much. And I'm gonna be real, you doing everybody a disservice by not having self-care, by not embodying self-care. You're doing everybody a disservice. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. Every single body. You know why? Because we all have had that pull to create, right? Or to put something out in the universe. Like, Sound Mind and Body Wellness is just a creation. It's just what I love to do. It's nothing, you know, it's nothing that you can't do either, right? So, but when you have this pull to create, and shout out to my mentor Marley Ansel, because she introduced this concept in my reality. But when you have that desire to create, and you have that desire to be of service or to put something out in the universe, and you don't do it, you're doing everybody a disservice. Why? Because you wouldn't have that desire or that pull to create or to express in that way if there wasn't somebody on the opposite end desiring that service or that creation for themselves, right? So, like, Sound Mind and Body Wellness is here today because there's other people out there, like my clients, who were desiring my touch and my services specifically. Like, specifically. None of my clients are random. All of my clients are divine. Divine. And because I embody self-care the way that I do, I am so heavily protected. Like, I do not just work on anybody. I'm blessed. I don't work on anybody. Okay? If that person is not meant to receive my touch or not meant to be in my caliber and my energy, right? They won't. Even if they tried, they will not. And the same goes for you. So, self-care, right? I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Because it's, like I said, I need my nails done right now. And if there's a lash tag, a nail tag, somebody in the area, St. Petersburg, okay, if you catch this replay, if you just happen to come across this content, please leave your information in the comments because your girl needs you. I need my lashes filled right now. But every morning, I wake up. I wake up early. I wake up between 6 and 6:30 a.m. every single morning, even on the weekends. There's no such thing as weekends when it comes to yourself. Like, when it comes to self-commitment and it comes to, like, doing whatever it is that's in support of your overall well-being, or that's in support of, you know, the manifestation, or that's in support of the desired outcome, there's no such thing as a weekend. Like, you only do something Monday through Friday or something. Like, there's no such thing. Time is not even linear. You self-committed to yourself 24/7, 365, like, all day, every day. I'm talking to myself, y'all. I gotta talk to myself like this. So every morning I wake up between 6 and 6:30 a.m., right? And over time and experiences, because I gets checked when I fall off my game, I gets checked, okay? I wake up every morning, and there's 3 things that I must do in order for me to be of service from the most sustainable aspects of self. There's 3 things that are mandatory and required for me to be able to operate at that level, right? In divine alignment, where I'm being of service from my overflow. Those 3 things are movement, some type of movement in my body, right? Stretching, yoga, dancing, whatever, some type of movement I must have, right? The next thing is prayer, meditation. Okay, meditation is not just sitting in a spot, like with your legs crossed and humming and humming. That is not the only way you can meditate. But for me, I need to be able to meditate and have my prayer, right? And then the last thing is I need movement, I need prayer, and then the last thing, dang, I'm forgetting already, breath work. I do the same thing every morning. Those 3 simple things are like required for me to operate at my best. As simple as it seems, right? And so the reason why I wake up early is because at 7 a.m. it be mad noisy outside. Like the leaves blow, the leaf blowers, the the garbage trucks. Like I live in a city, so as soon as 7 o'clock hit, the city is on and popping. So that's really why I wake up early, so that because I need quiet time. That's what meditation is. It's just finding time to sit in silence or be quiet with yourself, whether it's writing or breathing, journaling, whatever it is. Meditation comes in so many different forms. And so yes, I wake up every morning between 6 and 6:30, and I want to wake up at 6 a.m. Like I'm working towards that. It's a practice. Self-care is a practice, child. Okay? So yes, because I embody self-care the way that I do now, because it hasn't always been like this. Like it's a journey, you know what I'm saying? I am able to live the way that I do, which is really a stress-free zone. Shout out to Ciroc. It's a stress-free zone. This is my freedom. Yes, if y'all don't know about Ciroc, like you literally go look her up. Ciroc, oh my god, dope artist. Hello, hi Amber. Thank you all so much for hopping on and sharing space with your girl. We are talking about self-care and how it is a catalyst for self-liberation. Okay, because entrepreneurship is not the goal. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Entrepreneurship is not the goal. It's like, it's working for yourself and working on the internet, and it's like a fad, right? It's like it's a hot commodity right now, like entrepreneurship and like being able to work for yourself. All right. However, yeah, entrepreneurship is not the goal. The goal is to be able to create, right? And have those creations support your life, okay? Like without any external outsourcing. That's really the goal. The goal is to be able to create, which is your natural born ability. We were all born creators. I say these things all the time because I got to remind myself. We were all born creators. We are all godly. You know what I'm saying? And we all have the ability to create, like from right here. And then for those creations to like fully support our lifestyle. Like we all are able to do that. All right. We were all born with all that it entails to make that happen. And so I have chosen my journey to self-liberation. I have chosen that journey. I've chosen to walk that journey through self-care, right? Because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And so I am going to wrap up the convo with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be showing up on here every single day. I'm going to be my best and be on here at 9:30 a.m. Again, it's a practice, right? I'm doing this for me. This is my first time doing this, okay? And I'm not going to lie. I was a little intimidated because I've been gone for a little while. And I'm coming back, I'm picking up right where I left off. And things are a little different now. Things are a little different. However, I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to my company. I'm committed to my beautiful queen. I'm committed to my beautiful daughter, my family, my clients, my audience, okay? I'm committed now, okay? I'm committed now. And so I'm going to be showing up regardless. Doesn't matter, because I have a message, and this message is it's not just for me. It's for all of us, right? Cool. So before I get off of here, though, I have One of my favorite decks, okay? A crystal, it's my Crystal Intentions Oracle. These are so cute. And I am going to pull a card for us, for the collective. Okay. And I'll do this every time that I come on here. For us all. But while I shuffle these cards, though, like I said, Sound Mind and Body Wellness is located in the Tampa Bay area. Okay, we specialize in therapeutic touch. However, we teach marginalized communities, we teach everybody self-care in ways that you can easily identify with and also easily implement. But if you want to book your session, link is in the bio. If you want to pre-order your Koko Me Crazy, link is in the bio. Y'all, I'm hyped because I literally been working so hard behind the scenes on all these updates with the sites. And if you are a creator, you know, and you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, right? So, such a beautiful live. I'm so excited that I started this series because, y'all, like I said, I was a little intimidated with showing up. And I know I'm so rambunctious and I love to talk and I really thrive in person. Like, for me, I feel like I thrive in my voice in person when I'm face to face with people, not so much through a phone or through a camera or, you know, something like that. However, when you make the vow to want to become something, right? Like, you want to experience something, like, oh, I want to become more patient, or, you know, I want to you know, be a motivational speaker, or whatever it is that you want to do or become, right? You will be granted all of the opportunities and support to become that thing. Okay, this is what I like to call the OTG, opportunities to grow. And so when it comes to this, for me, like wanting to show up more my voice, and then also having that, you know, slight resistance to showing up behind a camera like this, I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? But because I'm committed, I'm gonna show up, right? Like, I'm just gonna have to show up. And so it's a practice. I'll be on here every day for me, and I will look back on these videos and be like, wow, I really alchemized this entire experience. And I will have witnesses along for the journey. Okay, let me pull this card. I always like to give thanks to Infinite Source Creator, my ancestors, okay, spirit guides, ascended masters, all the above, for this beautiful tool of communion, okay? Right now, we are just pulling a card for the collective. Any messages we receive, we so appreciate, and we are so grateful for. Ashe. Let me see. What's the card? What's the card? What's the card? Okay. Just gonna pull a random card. Bang. Ooh, citrine. Oh my gosh. I love citrine. I have a big old citrine right in the other room. This card is beautiful. Wow. Oni! When I say cards never lie, they never lie. I swear, this is for me. So it says, I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. Yes. I was literally just talking about this. Like, that is crazy. So this is the mantra of the card, but the behind the card gives us a little message as well. So it says, expand self-confidence and awareness of personal magnificence. Remember divine essence. Increase mental clarity. Exude joy, enthusiasm, and happiness. Shine your light. Yo, if this card was not for me, I don't know what else was. Like, that is so beautiful. And I was just talking about this, y'all. So yes, this is a confirmation that, for me, that, you know, the steps that I'm taking right now in my personal life to show up in the way that I want to, and my self-commitment is paying off, because I am confident and I am courageous, and it is safe for me to be powerful. Ashe. And if this resonates for you, then yes, this is for you too. All right, so that's all that I have for today, guys. I will be back on here tomorrow, like I said, 9:30 a.m. Catch me here at Sound Mind and Body Wellness for the Self-Care is Self-Liberation series This was so much fun. I'm happy that I came on here and just pushed through. I'm trying to think, do I have any more updates for you guys? Oh my God, yes. So we are also launching our very first workshop. It is called Child's Flow. And in this workshop, we are going to be liberating and empowering our parents, okay, and guardians with their own hands and how they can provide therapeutic touch to their little one. This workshop is our very first one. We are so excited. It's going to be hands-on, very engaging. And so it's only 12 spots available, okay? Up to 2 kids, ages 5 to 12 per parent, all right? And yes, it's $44. Everything is the link in the bio. Y'all already know the updates is done. And I'm excited. Oh, one more update. So much. I got like 2 more updates. Okay, the second update is our fit camps have came back. Y'all, yo, shout out to my clients because y'all really are so patient with me. Like, thank you. Like, thank you. But the fit camps are back starting this Saturday, guys. Each and every Saturday over at the Georgie Plaza out here in Largo. Okay, we're going to be hosting a high intensity interval training. It is $5, 22 spots. Kids are welcome each and every Saturday. Okay, catch us out there. Link is in the bio for registration. And then the last announcement, I said I had 2, but I had 3. See what I'm saying? Okay, so the next announcement is Bits of Tea. Bits of Tea podcast is coming back, you guys. October 6th, we are launching the 3rd season. I am so excited about this because on this podcast is where we really share all the tea, okay? That's where you're going to catch all the tea on this journey to self-liberation, okay? We share it all. All the shenanigans is going to be there. But this time, we are going to be live streamed, okay, with Power Plug Radio, so you guys get to see us while we cut up in the studio, okay? We are also still going to be available on all major streaming platforms for as a podcast, okay? So no worries there. And then the last announcement, you guys, is a 2-in-1. It's a 2-in-1. Your girl was recently selected, oh my gosh, to participate in the Black Girl Ventures pitch for Miami. Oh my God. Okay, so a little quick backstory. Before my father passed away and I had to go away to Africa, right? I was already put in a position to pitch my company in front of investors, and so I had been granted a few opportunities to do so. And before those opportunities, I had been groomed. I had a personal mentor who was coaching me and preparing me to pitch my company, right, for when the time comes. So my father transitions. I get back, right, 2 weeks from being home, guys. I get the email that I had been selected to participate in the BGV experience. Oh my gosh. The blessings, I'm telling you. And so this experience is here, right? It comes, everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong because my OTG with having to be behind a camera, right? I said that earlier. And so when it came for this opportunity for me to show up in my voice and having to pitch my company, you know, we had to do it over technology, right? Because everything is virtual right now. And like I said, everything that could go wrong went wrong on my end. And your girl still pushed through. I came through with the 3-minute pitch because they only gave you 3 minutes to pitch your company. And I came through with that ask, okay, of $1.2 million because Sound Mind and Body Wellness is growing, you guys. The demands and services are increasing daily, okay? And so so I did the pitch. I did phenomenal. I am so excited. And now the live pitch will be posted on will be hosted on the 23rd, okay? And so I'm gonna need y'all help, all right? The winner, the first place winner wins $10K, okay? And they determine the winners by votes, all right? So if you really rock with your girl, I need you guys to vote for me, for my pitch, for the company. This is for us, okay? Sound Mind and Body Wellness is not just for me. It is for all of us, okay? We are, you know, the first, and I believe only, I've done some research, but if I'm wrong, you know, hey, my bad. But we are, Black owned, we are women owned, we are LGBTQ owned, okay, and we are servicing the entire Tampa Bay area. We are taking over for the 992,000s. And if you are a client and you catching this replay, drop the love down in the comments, because I am so grateful for you guys. And so that was a 2-for-1. That was the one. But then now the 2 is that we also have a GoFundMe, okay? We are raising funds for our building. We are expanding, looking for a bigger place. We are hiring more people, okay? We are relaunching and launching new products and services for you guys. It's so much going on, okay? So again, if you know any dope therapists, or if you want to be, if you want to grow, right, in the health and wellness space, right, and you feel called to Sound Mind and Body Wellness, send me a DM, okay? Tag your favorite therapist. All right, if you want to see your therapist thrive with us, grow with us, send them our way, honey, because the expansion is real. Okay, I think I got all the updates, and if I forgot some, I'll tell y'all tomorrow. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical, amazing Monday. Today is Manifestation Monday, right? Let's hone in on everything that it takes to bring what you want to experience into your reality. And I'm gonna give you guys one more little thing, right? And we're gonna show up on this with another conversation. But the word manifest. The word manifest actually means to make obvious. It doesn't mean being able to bring something from your head that's intangible into the tangible. Manifest doesn't mean that. And we're going to be showing up on here, okay, in the series with more on the word manifest and manifestation and what it really entails and what it is we're really doing, okay? But on that note, I am going to peace out of here. I love you guys so much. Y'all already know what it is. Peace.